Nation, to episode 13 of the Ship's Log. Today I'm here with my own kind right here, the Edge Room. We've got Coach Rico Zackery, Chad Stevens, and Ryheem Craig. Guys, how we doing?
Doing good.
We good?
Doing great, man.
There you go. So we start this thing off the same way every single time. We give you guys kind of like a little pirate scenario, get the creative juices flowing a little bit, get the conversation going a little bit. And today we got a good one for you guys. As a pirate, you need to find a home base for you and your crew. Where on the map are you choosing and why? I mean, keep in mind, you got to be close to the water for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I'm
you
going where the clear water at.
You going to Florida?
Nah, something foreign. Like the what's it called? The Bahamas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there just kind of like how to clear the water and the sand and stuff like that.
Okay. You going based on environment right there.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep it on the East Coast, so probably somewhere here in the Outer Banks or something.
Outer Banks.
There's a lot of pirates.
Go down there to
of the,
Atlantic Beach, go to Wilmington. You're just going to hit the coast?
Ton of pirates out here, so I'm going to keep it on the East Coast for sure.
Coach, what you thinking?
These guys got great answers, but I'm going to go with Maui. That's where my honeymoon was at.
Yep.
So, you know, we had a great time out there, and I just feel like there's probably some kind of hidden treasures
Yeah,
out
you're
that
going
way or
for the
something,
experience,
you know what I mean?
Coach?
Yeah.
You could also take advantage of the tourists or something out there.
No doubt.
I think all three of those are some good ones right there. Let's move into you guys each a little bit. Chad, you are the only returner here now.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about just growing and your growth as a freshman to where you are now, being a leader and a dependable guy on this defense.
So I came in as a freshman, originally recruited to play middle linebacker. At the time when I came in 2019, it was a bunch of older guys in that room: Bruce Bivens, Aaron Ramser, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry, a ton of dudes who went on to do great things here. And I kind of grew into a rush. Coach Harrell came in. He saw me as a rush. Had a little bit of playing time there. And then I ultimately found a home at defensive end probably 2 years ago now. And from there, I really haven't looked back. I feel like it's a position that fit me well. If I fit in the defense, Coach Harrell brought to us 3-4 down man. So I kind of found a home at defensive end, and I've been blessed to have a solid 2 seasons the past couple years. Hope to have another one this year.
Right. And for those that don't know, you do have a younger brother on the team, Ryan.
Yeah.
He's a receiver going into his sophomore season. Talk about sharing these experiences with him and giving advice to him as he grows up and goes through the things that you've been through.
Right. Yeah. It's different because we're 4 years apart, so we never got a chance to play or share the field together. So with him being a younger guy, I've pretty much been through everything he will go through and have seen everything. I'm a 6 year here now, so I've definitely seen everything.
Right.
So it's cool being able to just, tell him to keep his head straight, stay out of trouble, and just I kind of tell him things to look for as, the older brother that's been here for 6 years now. So, yeah, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, that's a cool experience. Definitely something that I think a lot of people are jealous of, too. I know personally if I ever got the opportunity to play with one of my brothers, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Right.
Coach, let's move on to you. You've got a wife, 2 daughters. Obviously, you just moved out to Greenville here. You've coached some of the best defenses in the country on the FCS level. Talk about just your journey here, what brought you out here, and kind of your initial thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in high school and college, and, the things that brought me here, especially like we talked about earlier, the relationships that, I've had prior to.
Right.
Obviously worked with Coach Harrell at Kennesaw State, so, having that familiarity with him and what he wants and, the vision that he has for a defense, it's really helped me, transitioning up this way.
Yeah. And I think you for sure, and this might be a little biased opinion, but you got one of the best position groups on the team. Mm-hmm. The guys, the kind of work that they put in, and I'm sure just the meetings are fun, working out there at practice is fun, and just no matter what you go through in the heat of the moment, you know that you got a solid group behind you, and that helps. A new big part of that is the new addition we got to the room, Ryheem Craig, from the transfer portal coming in. Ryheem, how you doing? How was spring ball, and how are you liking Greenville so far?
I'm liking Greenville. Greenville kind of like like my hometown, like a little small town. So like, I feel like the atmosphere is down here, like the with the fans, how they love ECU is
Right.
like something I ain't never seen before. Like, it's crazy how into like the fans is like with the game of football down here.
Right.
It's crazy. Like, I ain't never seen an atmosphere like that. Even at the Power 5 level, I don't think it was nothing like how it is down here.
Yeah.
But the spring ball good, like good chemistry. Like, I learned a lot from like the old heads I'm around. A lot with my position I learned from like Sam Danker. Like, he showed me like really the ropes of like how everything go, like with the rush position and stuff like that. But we got like I like how Coach Harrell set up the defense with Coach Zach. Like, they gonna put you in the best spot, I feel like, where they feel like you can help the defense, but also like make plays and stuff like that from like what you best at.
Right. And we talked kind of before we started this about how you went in the portal. Tell us a little bit about what you were looking for and how East Carolina came about, and then kind of your initial expectations before you got here. Because we talk a lot just kind of on this podcast about this place is kind of a hidden gem. And not too many people might hear about it, or they might see pictures, but it doesn't do justice to when you're actually here. You hit on it, like the fans and how passionate they are. You know, you go to these restaurants, you go to Sub Dogs, you go like that, and people know who you are.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a special thing. But go back and kind of talk about when you went in the portal, what you were looking for, and how this came about.
So when I hit the portal, I was low-key scared. I was low-key scared to hit the portal. I was like, I ain't really had like a lot of like in-game reps,
Right.
like hitting the portal. So I'm like, I don't know if I really get picked up by anything. But what a lot of people don't know is like ECU was like in my top 3 coming out of high school.
Yeah.
So like I've always like had like that you know, that vibe that with ECU just off of like the fan base
Past
and stuff like that.
experiences.
Yeah, like. But the portal came out, I was like, really, I'm just trying somewhere where I can hit the field and play and just ball. Like, my last 2 years of college, I just want to play football, you know. Like, I don't want to take the chance and have to go sit behind somebody
waste your
again
time,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, waste my time. But I was just like, really, like, I just want the family atmosphere, and I feel like that's what they got here. Like, I feel like everybody treats you like family. Like,
For sure.
you know how you come in as a transfer, like, you really don't know nobody. But I feel like from, like, day one on my visit, like, they treated me like family. Like, I feel like that's how ECU won me over.
Yeah.
Because, like, my niece, when I came my visit, I brought my niece with me. And they treating her like she bad. Like, she bad. They treating her like she's the golden child, like, ain't do nothing wrong. I'm like, nah, y'all tripping. I'm like, yeah. I was like, that's when I kind of knew, like, okay, like, they really value family and stuff like that here.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I feel like that's what really won me over, how Coach Houston and all them, like they brought me in and was like they treated me like one of theirs, like, without even, like, off the top.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I relate to that thing, too. That's one of the things that brought me here as well. I'm from the West Coast, and I remember on my visit, one of the last things he said, he looked at my parents, and he was like, when he's over here, like, I got him. Like, don't worry. And he for sure has stayed true to his word with that, and I think that is kind of one of the core principles and characteristics of our program here. Kind of conversation for all now. The spring game this past weekend, I went out there, saw it. The fans showed out. It was cool to see. The pigskin pig out right here. They sold out of the barbecue. The baseball game was sold out after. It was a cool weekend for ECU. Talk a little bit about playing for the spring game, coaching for it, and also the environment.
I'll start off. Well, I didn't get a chance to play in it this year due to a little injury, but being out there was amazing. It was definitely the biggest turnout for a spring game that I've seen since I've been here. The city was definitely buzzing. I think it was a sold-out crowd from the Charlotte series this weekend. Like you said, the pigskin pig out was a huge turnout, so a bunch of people came for that. The game was packed. I mean, the whole home side was almost full. We had a ton of recruits in town, so it was great. And I think everybody was happy with the product that we seen on the film, So I think it was a good turnout.
Yeah. How did it go with between your guys' expectations and the reality of it?
I mean, like these guys have said, you've always heard about, ECU and the passion and the fan base. And,
Right.
for a spring game, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. You know, I thought it was pretty cool, the Pigskin Classic, you know, being down there for that. And having my family up for that, because it kind of shocked my daughters a little bit, you know what I mean? So when they saw the pigs actually on the back of the truck, you know, they were like, well,
What's going on?
Yeah, like, what? So it was pretty fun, but it was a great experience, man. And then, you know, being able to see these guys go out and compete, you know, and just with, you know, everything that they've been through and learning and everything this whole spring, you know, getting a chance to see them go out there and actually compete for it, you know, that was something to be said, and I really enjoyed it. So,
Ryheem?
I feel like the spring game was probably like one of the packed out spring games I've ever seen. Probably like playing football. Like,
That's cool.
yeah, like I ain't okay. It was packed, like, and it was like a real game kind of. I'm like, oh, I like this. Like, it just showed like how like the support base is here. Like, people really coming out like with the autograph sign and stuff like that. I feel like that was cool. I ain't never did nothing like that before.
Yeah.
And I was like, really like out there competing. I ain't like the little beanie weenies and stuff after that, but you know. They cheated us out the game. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Come on,
They
man.
cheated us
Purple
out the
team
game.
paid the rest.
Team
Chad
Purple.
paid the rest.
Team
Chad paid the rest, man. They cheated us out the game, but I feel like that was like I like that right there. That was smooth.
Coach, for the listeners out here that don't really understand what it's like taking a new job, meshing with a new position group, kind of both of you guys having to adapt to each other's ways to fit in to make this thing go. Tell us a little bit about just kind of your process on coming in and what you want to see from the group improve from spring into summer into fall.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I was familiar with Coach Harrell and, you know, his expectations, and really that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because at certain points in time, I still felt like I was, you know, drinking out of a fire hose, like just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be at practice and, you know, meetings and everything else, you know, even though I was familiar with the defense. So, you know, I thought that it went as well as it could this spring, you know, with getting to know these guys and everything else. And it also helped to have Chad and JD and some of the older guys with experience. Chad didn't play because of his injury, but he did a great job of helping with some of the younger guys, you know, and seeing things that, you know, I couldn't always see sometimes. You know, he could help with that. And that's what I told him, you know. I said, Chad, we need you to, you know, coach up some of the young guys on some of the things that you could see, you know, as we go through this. So having those two guys helped, you know, and Sam coming along, you know, that helped as well. But, you know, I think that we just, as a position group, need to continue to get better at the little things. You know what I mean? We got a lot of experience coming back. But the little things that come with, you know, playing edge in your pass rush and, you know, reading your keys and being able to play fast, get comfortable and play fast.
Absolutely.
You know? And, so, I, you know, going through the summer, the more reps that we get, I think the better that we're going to get. And that's from with the experienced guys and the inexperienced guys, you know, I think that.
And the more you get everyone on the same page, reading their keys and being able to react, they could go play free and play fast.
That's right.
And that's when you start making plays. So
No doubt.
I know what you talk about. Talking about the position group guys, questions kind of came up. We did a little superlative last week. Some people got roasted. We don't need to do that anymore. But we want to know who's got the best drip in the edge room. Coach, you could voice your opinion too.
Sam, the little freshman Sam gonna swear he got the best drip. Him
Big
and
Sam?
Demo.
Big Sam?
Swear yeah, Big Sam.
I saw Big Sam in the spring game. He does
Big Sam.
no drip.
Big Sam and Demo swear they got the best drip, but
Demo, no beat.
and
North Mac, sorry.
K5 swear they be dripped
That's
out.
Kier.
Yeah, Kieran swear he be dripped out, and they don't be having it on. Like, no.
I'm gonna go with Cheech.
Yeah, I'll probably say Sam.
Cheech
Sam
just
be
look like
dripped out low key.
he just looked like a creative player out there.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
mad.
field, blacked out visor or the mirror visor.
The road to glory in the
Long,
NCAA.
like he looked like a dude you just create on a game and go play with. So
Yeah.
I might have to go with Cheech.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go with Sam too. Sam be
Yeah.
dripped. Him and Jay Bart be dripped out.
Yeah, Jay Bart
Yeah,
too.
Jay Bart be
Jay
dripped
Bart
out
too.
too. Low
Cheech
key.
and Jay Bart.
But
winning
Jay Bart
best
like
drip.
on some smooth, like
Yeah.
sneaky stuff. Like like you don't even think he dripped out, but low key he be dripped out on some stuff.
Shout out.
I'm still learning, man. So they teaching me. I you know what I mean?
Shout out Jay Bark, man. I'm glad I taught him well. Sneaky drip right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Sneaky.
Huh? Yeah. Oh,
Nah,
Chad.
not me.
you got the platform now. Tell us a little bit about Gate City. Gate City hype right here.
It's just something that I've been doing for a little bit.
You're passionate about shoes.
Yeah, I
You're
always
into
love
it.
shoes.
You're the plug for the team.
Try to be, man. There's a lot of people I gotta supply. But yeah, it's just something I've been doing for a while. Something I love. So just a little side hustle. That's all.
Yeah, that
not me.
is actually kind of crazy.
Not me. I'm
you didn't
subtle.
put your name
I
in
be
there.
subtle. I'm chilling most of the time.
Yeah,
I'm
Chad
old.
gonna
Maybe
come and
when I
chill.
was a freshman or sophomore, I used to put something on, but
Tell
nah,
him,
not
Chad,
no more.
you're just
I've
at the
been there,
crib
done
watching
that.
podcasts all day now.
Chilling.
He
Getting
might
old.
not be dripped out, but he definitely gonna have something fly on his feet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say that he gonna have something
Probably
sneaky
that.
on
There he
his
goes,
feet.
right there.
He gonna
Nothing-
definitely come in
nothing too
with some
crazy.
fly on his feet.
Oh yeah, CJ Mills. Shout out to Mills. Shout out to Big Mills, Chandre. I know you'll see this.
Big drip right there.
Kind of surprised, man. I thought it was gonna go to Chad.
You
really.
thought so?
By just hanging out with them,
Nah.
they all in football stuff with
Yeah.
me. But
Yeah,
I would have thought that.
Nah, I don't be
I'll
dripped
be
out.
chilling.
I think given the opportunity, you guys could be though. Like you said,
For
you're just
sure.
an old head.
Game
now. You
days.
don't go out. You don't do anything.
Yeah, I'll be chilling.
I be on basic drill, like no sleeves, no nothing, just straight gloves. Get my little ankles taped.
Yeah,
When
Might
you
play
play
towel.
Army this year, I need something out of you guys. I just need wrist tape and tape fingers, and that's it.
I can't
Maybe
do that.
throwing some eye black.
Nah, I
I
gotta
definitely
I
can't
gotta
do
You just
put
get
gloves on.
no
I
Army
can't play
is
with
just
no
straight
gloves.
grit right there.
Yeah, playing with no gloves is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially in New
I
York,
gotta
it
at
might
least
be a
have
little
a
chilly, huh?
Tech. Yeah,
I gotta at least have some gloves on. I might do.
You're not
everything.
dropping versus Army.
Nah,
You're
I
beat.
don't-
You're in there. You're in the trenches, down low. Might as well put your hand in the dirt.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, that's what I like. to
That's
hear.
what you want right there?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Good. Huh? Oh, worst drip. I think we already talked about that a little bit. For the worst drip in the position group, it's the young guys.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Shy. I'm sorry, Shy.
Oh my
but
lord,
Shy.
Shy be looking. I'm gonna have to go
Yes.
with you, Shy.
Shy does not be dripped out.
He doesn't.
Does
know.
he? Does he think he's
Shy.
got drip?
Oh,
Nah, I
no,
don't even
I
think
hope
he
so.
tried.
I
I
hope
don't
he
even
don't.
think he tried to put it on. I think he just
At
be-
least he doesn't try. We'll give him that.
Yeah,
he a freshman though. I probably look like that one time too. So he good.
Everybody put on some crazy stuff once. Coach, before we head out, kind of the outro here, we just want to know what's the best words of advice you've ever received in life, and kind of what can you pass down to them?
I think the best thing that, well, what I try to pass to my players is, is I always have a great attitude about everything that you're doing, because that leads to success.
Right.
So, that would always be my advice to everybody. Just, 100% effort always, and have a great attitude, and usually that, goes through everything that you do in your life.
Attitude and effort for sure. That'll
sir.
do it. Well, Pirate Nation, that's all we got for you today here at the Edge Room, episode 13 of the Ship's Log. We'll see you next time.